So do you think like UPSC is for everyone? Like do you believe luck works in UPSC?
First of all, everybody is doing UPSC.
Yeah.
So why?
Hello guys, welcome to our podcast Let's Talk Real with me Neha Nita. A podcast related to giving educational information without any drama. आज हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट हैं वो काफ़ी स्पेशल हैं. वो IAS का कोचिंग दे रही हैं फॉर ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 10 years एंड शी इज़ द मास्टर इन दिस फील्ड. आज उनको हमारे यहाँ लाने का पर्पस यही है कि हम उनसे IAS के टिप्स ट्रिक्स और इंसाइट्स सीख पाएँ. So, without wasting any time, let's head over the podcast. Hello guys, so today we have Shubhra Ranjan ma'am, the talk of the town, the best teacher of UPSC one could have asked for. So ma'am, like how did you start your journey to becoming a UPSC teacher?
Okay, so I had a passion for teaching always.
Okay.
And I always wanted to be a teacher. And it is a coincidence, I will say, that we were doing MA and one of my friend went to one institute and she wanted to take guidance in civil services, but when she interacted with the teachers, she came back and she said that why don't you go and teach, because I used to have this habit of explaining things to my friends. So I just tried my luck, it worked, and this is how the journey started. And before also, when I was doing MA and MPhil, so that time Delhi University gives you an opportunity to teach as a guest lecturer, as an ad hoc lecturer. So we did that also, and many places I taught, kept on taking the experience, and that's
so
all.
You have done MA in which subject?
I have done MA, MPhil in political science from Delhi University.
Okay, me too. Yeah, okay. So ma'am, suppose if someone wants to start UPSC right now in 2024, so what advice would you give to him or her?
First of all, it depends for which year. What is the target year?
Okay.
Because according to the target year, your strategy will change. So now 24 time has gone. So now it is a time for 2025. Again, people start for civil services preparation. Some start from graduation. Some start from like doing after graduation. So there cannot be one strategy for all. Then this is the exam where full-time students are also there, working professionals. So strategy has to be specific.
Okay.
Again, I will say there are two things. One, common for all, means UPSC has a well-defined syllabus. You have to prepare for it. Other thing is you have to see how much time you have. Then again, people come from different financial and other backgrounds.
Yeah, correct.
So you have to assess the things very contextually. But I can say in whatever where like you are working, you are full time, you are person from a class which is an elite class from an ordinary, UPSC is one such exam which gives room for everyone. Subject to the condition, if everybody knows what to do and how to do and in their own context, right? Again, what mistakes students do, they are unable to understand the crux of the exam.
Correct, I have seen a lot of them, yeah.
So they may end up making lot of notes. They are unable to distinguish the university exam, this
and the
exam,
UPSC,
that exam. So first of all, I always advise my students to understand what is the game, fine, what is the essence, what it is looking for. You are going to join the executive, you are going to join the administration. You will be performer, fine. So even if you see interview of UPSC, they call it personality test. So it's a personality test, and you have to put yourself in the psychology of exam.
So ma'am, do you think because according to the data, every year around 1 million students giving the UPSC exam and the success rate is 0.02%. Like this is crazy, right?
Fine.
So do you think like UPSC is for everyone? Because I've seen like lot of people coming from Randa, LSA, Stephen, everyone is doing UPSC. Do you think UPSC is for everyone?
First of all, everybody is doing UPSC.
Yeah.
So why? Because after clearing this exam, the type of opportunities life will bring to you, fine, no other profession will offer, fine. So this is one thing, and I believe everybody has a right to pursue what is the best possible for them. Okay, so pass and fail the exam, fine. No one can say everybody will pass or anyone will fail. It is always a gamble. There is a probability that works, but it doesn't mean we should not see the dreams. We should not make our best possible efforts. Whatever we can think best for our career, for our life, and whatever is our priority. So anybody who is going for this exam, you need to understand the value of this exam, because once you will understand the value, the motivation will come on its own, fine. So I always tell my students, there are my students who are in UN and all, I feel so proud, and I always tell to my class students, no amount of money can buy you the privilege to
fame.
Speak for the country.
Yeah, correct.
No money can buy the uniform.
Yeah,
right?
That's very correct.
So whenever we do something, you have to understand the value, and once students are told the real value, the motivation will automatically come. Why? Because those who are giving this exam, they are young. Any person who is young is always energetic, enthusiastic, and they deserve to do best and be a part of the game. I will say that because the number of jobs are going to be limited, the chances of failure are always high. Right? But this process, someone who takes the preparation process seriously will definitely evolve as a better person.
And
why? Because it is all personality exam, fine. So if you don't click here, you will click somewhere because you are equipped with the skills.
Okay. So ma'am, like, do you have like different approaches for the prelims and mains and to crack the interview? Like,
of course. First of all, my approach is I take a very integrated view of the things.
Okay.
Right? Where it is not just mains, prelims and interview. For me, I even don't want my students to just limit UPSC to a level of exam. I always tell it is one of the means to have a good life. Fine?
Okay.
If that doesn't work, something else will work. And the purpose should be we all live once. We should think about having a good life and take it in a very holistic manner. Fine? You have to be very personally attached with anything you want to do well. So how much this particular thing becomes very personal goal, that is important. And you cannot compartmentalize your knowledge, fine? You will not prepare separately for interview. Suppose a student come after mains. We cannot build the personality of a person in a single
day, yeah.
So from very first day, you should have all the stages of exam in your mind. You are reading one topic. Suppose today I taught India Pakistan. Now it is not that for prelims you will mug up the facts, for mains you will prepare. You should always be imagining. Suppose this question is asked in interview. What questions can come? What will be my
a
response?
big picture.
Fine?
Yeah.
So prepare it in an integrated manner. But yes, suppose exam of prelims is in May or June. Then from March, you have to become focused.
For prelims.
You have to be in the mode of solving the objective questions. When it is mains, then again you have to focus on that.
So ma'am, like for mains, there's some answer tips, like how to write answers. So what is your tip that you want to give to students?
See, answer writing,
Yeah.
I can tell the mistakes of the students.
Yeah,
right?
okay, yeah.
First of all, they do not answer writing. I take it as a comprehension skill, which always involves two-way process. Because why do they require answers? Right?
Correct,
They don't
yeah.
require answer because they are looking for some professor in political science or sociology. No, they are trying to understand your communication skills. First thing is, are you able to understand what other person is saying? Fine. So question is like understanding the examiner. Try to go deep into that person's mind. Be imaginative. What that person must be thinking when that person has made this question. What is the essence?
Context, yeah.
And again, as you said, you are also social science students. We work with language.
Yeah, correct.
And language, human language is very deceptive. Suppose
correct.
I say freedom, you may mean something
Yeah, the different,
else.
yeah.
So, catch what exactly the examiner is
Asking
looking for. So, first is in social sciences, interpretation matters. Your ability to deconstruct.
Okay.
Second thing is you have to give an answer. There is always a difference between the entire chapter, because answer will be asking one specific thing of something, and you have to satisfy all the basic requirements. And always students run after value added notes or whatever. I think that's not required, because you can write only when you can understand.
Correct,
So
yeah.
focus on understanding the things, and before developing the writing skill, you should work on your oral skills. If you can speak, then only you can write. If you can't speak properly, you will not be able to write. So make it an integrated part, and don't ignore small things. Small things means neatness matter.
Underline.
Whatever in neatness, it has to be presentable.
Yes.
Because writing somebody's draft is never an interesting thing. You have to make it interesting.
Interesting, yeah,
right?
correct.
So sometimes, and when somebody is writing, suppose if I evaluate a copy, I just don't see how much information that person has put. I would see the thought process. Is the person able to organize the ideas properly? Person is giving the rational arguments. Is the conclusion logical? So take a holistic view. It's not that you know the facts and you will just put those facts on the paper. Facts alone will not make a good answer. There has to be a context. There has to be an analysis. Your answer should be an opportunity to reflect your thinking, your personality. But this all begins when you know the concepts and go for interlinking. You study
Okay.
something in GS, utilize it. You should be a smart person who knows how to utilize whatever knowledge we have.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, so like this comes to me, like there is any difference between a student who is studying in coaching and who is doing the self-study? Like who has the like high chances of getting selected?
So obviously someone who will go for professional
Professionals.
experience will have an edge. But it does not mean that those who do not take professional help, they will not get selected. It all depends upon your motivation level. Some students are from very good educational background. The thing is, if you can understand the rule of the game, but definitely when it is a coaching, means it is a division of labor, right?
Correct.
The age at which you will start and the age at which the teachers and mentors are in terms of experience. So obviously there will be, you will take time to understand, but there is somebody who is mentor who is experienced into that, so they will make your work easy. But selecting the right mentor is also a matter of luck. Fine.
So do you believe luck works in UPSC?
I believe luck works everywhere.
Like
Life
suppose
is-
40% of luck and 60% of hard work, like how would you
yeah,
define
for
it?
that my formula to all students is luck matters, but harder you work,
Yeah.
luckier you
You
become.
become. Correct. Very
In
nice.
our hands, only hard work is there.
Yeah,
Luck is something which is not in our hand.
Yeah, correct.
So let's not talk about it. Fine. Whatever we can do, we should do best.
And ma'am, like how many hours require per day for
Again,
UPSC
I never
students?
see things in a mechanical manner. If I give you, it's not like I give you go and read 6 hours.
Yeah.
It depends upon your grasping capacity and other things.
Still, ma'am, an average count.
Nothing. I don't believe in that. What I believe in continuity.
Yeah, okay. Revisions are important.
Revisions are important because what happens is after some time you will forget and the link goes. So
Yeah.
continuity is important. Everybody should make their own personal timetables.
Yeah.
Don't follow. I'll say you are going for civil services, don't be follower, be your leaders. Analyze your position where you are. You should not be trying to copy anybody's timetable also. See, put yourself in comfort zone, I will say. Because mentally you should be very fit.
Fit. Yeah, okay.
You should have a very feel good nature, fine, to deal with that.
Motivated.
Correct. So let's not have the goals which are very unrealistic. Let us have small goals, do it.
Yeah.
Fine. Just sitting with the books for 8 hours and not gaining anything, it's not
It's not
important.
working, yeah. Because I have seen a lot of people copying the Tina Davi's timetable and following
No,
it.
but you are not Tina.
Tina
You are
Davi, exactly.
different. You are different.
Everyone, yeah.
Start respecting yourself. Start understanding yourself, your situation, your strength, your weaknesses,
It's very different.
and just enjoy the process. I will say you bring the attitude. Means take up the challenges, learn. It is a learning process. You will find your way. Fine. So don't get scared. Don't. Again, the teachers, coaching, whatever you say, they are just facilitators. It's not necessary you follow somebody's advice word by word. Right? You should be mature enough to understand what is your need. Fine. And from very beginning, you need not to prepare for 8 to 12 hours. Right?
okay.
It's the quality that matters. it is not the quantity, but as exams will start approaching, obviously you will become more serious.
Okay. So, like, ma'am, do you think social media is a hurdle in UPSC preparation nowadays? Like, because
See, social media is not hurdle. We cannot blame social media. We can blame ourselves. Social media is not telling us open the media and just spend time with us.
but still, like, if we have Instagram, we used to like
This
spend
is what, it is
2
your
to 3 years.
problem,
Yeah.
not their problem. So you have to discipline. There
Yeah.
are so many things
that is
and,
going on.
Stop this blame game. I believe no one can misguide, no one can corrupt the other person until unless we don't want.
We don't want to. Correct. Very correct. No, this is
So,
very correct statement.
if you don't want social media, if you have your priority, it is always only those people will say who want to shift the blame.
Yeah.
It is your
Yeah.
phone, you put it in the almirah, don't open it. Are they coming and forcing you?
Yeah, okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, it is saying like NCERT books are very important. So, according to you, which batch is important, 6th to 9th or 6th to 12th?